Hello everybody, welcome to the Witcher Enhanced Edition Director's Cut. Today we're going to do a mission for the Hermit here. So here we go.
Who has the lady led to me?
Greetings. My name is Geralt.
A witcher? Here to deal with the noon wraiths?
More or less.
I lead the life of a hermit with few luxuries, but make yourself at home. I can offer water, food, and a game of dice.
By your speech, I assume you're well educated.
Correct. I spent most of my life serving King Foltest as a diplomat.
Would it be forward if I asked what inspired you to seek isolation?
I can only state that I left when the Lady of the Lake summoned me to serve her.
Don't you get bored?
I brought my library when I went into exile. I used the knowledge in the books of herbs to prepare potions for the people of Murky Waters, who provide food in exchange.
Your knowledge could be useful.
Years of solitude have allowed me to copy some of my books many times over. I would be delighted to know these copies were of use to another.
Anything a witcher can do for you?
I do have a problem.
How can I help?
There's a druid's ring nearby with an ancient statue of the goddess. The place is saturated with the power and attracts dangerous entities.
Not surprising.
The wild hunt began haunting the ring recently. Its king hopes to lure the souls of the warriors laid in the kurgans by my hut.
I have dealt with the hunt. What would you like me to do?
Kill 9 phantoms, a hallowed number of the druids. Perhaps the appearance of a witcher will drive off the king of the hunt. As your reward, you may have a book on vampires, ownership of a hut, or a wreath of immortelles.
I can do that.
Remember this. The king of the hunt is a powerful opponent, and no mortal, not even you, can hope to defeat him.
So how do I fight him?
Find mandrake root by the kurgans near my hut. The magic herb will keep the king of the hunt at bay. Merely light the candle that stands within the ring and sprinkle mandrake upon the flame.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
Okay, now I'm gonna go and take a nap until midnight and then come back here.
Wanderer, driven on by the wind as I am, why do you disturb me?
I'd like to help.
Dear noble heart, I am damned for the ages.
If I find a way, I'll return.
Nay, you hate me as all do. Woe is me.
Oops.
Help me! Help! I don't want to. I don't want to. Help me! Help! I don't want to. I don't want to.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just gonna have to ignite them until they die, I think.
I don't want to. Help me! Help! Help me!
Okay, that was close. Alright, let's go see the Hermit.
How can I help?
I finished the job. The wild hunt is gone.
Splendid. I'm grateful. Which reward do you want?
The Wreath of Immortelles.
Handle it carefully and use it when the moment is right.
Thank you.
Please, also take this sack of holy salt. Carry it on you to fend off phantoms. It might prove useful. How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
What can the Wreath of Immortelles do?
It has the power to dispel curses that hold night wraiths.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I heard you're an expert on the legend of the Holy Grail.
You seek the Holy Grail?
I might. Let's talk first.
Know that the legend of the Holy Grail has been studied for centuries. It's been interpreted in myriad ways.
You must know an abridged version. Say, 3 theories?
There are hundreds. But all right, 3. The classic theory, of which I myself am a proponent. The conspiracy theory. And finally, one of the most mysterious. The philosophical or mystical. Which one first?
Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. The Grail is a cup, a powerful magical object, whose meaning cannot be fathomed by even the most powerful sorcerers. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases, poisonings, and wounds, and pain will turn into power. One theory also states that in the hands of a rightful ruler, it can heal entire lands and protect their inhabitants from danger, creatures of the dark, natural disasters, and so forth.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads, only without a love story.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed, fortified, and enlightened to understand the truth.
Go on.
Knights have been seeking the Grail for ages, yet none succeeded. Both the noble Lancel and the bold Boars failed. I heard even the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose has shown interest.
Any specific instructions associated with this theory?
Unfortunately, I know only what I garnered from my books.
The conspiracy theory sounds interesting.
This was popularized by Bronze Dan and begins with a convoluted theory about the derivation of the word Grail. A few tortuous pages in, we learn the Holy Grail is actually Sangreal, which in the Elder tongue denotes royal hallowed blood. Bronze Dan concludes that the Grail is actually the descendants of the prophet Lebioda.
Go on.
These descendants, talented in the ways of magic, were protected by a secret organization before they ultimately mixed their own blood with that of Said, the knowledgeable one. The theory goes on to present the tempestuous and twisted fate of Sangreal, but the author gets lost in his arguments, often contradicts himself. Generally, it turns into an unholy mess.
Enough genealogy and genetics. I sense that's a false trail.
Which theory should I present next?
The philosophical, mystical one.
The most esoteric. The Grail is a concept, a general understanding of good. The search for the Grail is nothing beyond an ordinary quest for perfection.
Interesting.
The Grail has no specific form or shape. It differs for each individual. It can be an object, an idea, a discovery. It can also be a search for the truth about oneself. This theory claims the quest for the Grail to be the goal in itself. The result is of secondary importance.
What are you suggesting?
I serve the lady and am more insightful than you think. I know you return to the world of the living from death, presumably in search of something, but that is none of my concern. Just remember one thing.
What?
At the end of your journey, the Grail may prove to be entirely different from what you initially expected it to be.
Thank you. Farewell.
Wanderer, driven on by the wind as I am, why do you disturb me?
I'd like to help.
So one exists who is not indifferent to my fate. What is this? A wreath of immortality? Crown me, white-haired one. Free me!
Go in peace, Celina. You have suffered enough.
Alright, so there is no option to give her the wreath. It's just an automatic thing. And now she's just going to continue to walk until she gets to the Raspberry Hill there. And then she'll sink into the ground. So I'll fast forward this part until we get there, and then you'll see her sink into the ground. Alright, here she comes. Okay, that quest is over, and that'll be the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.